Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Corey, thank you so much. And this is from Westbrook. This is I'm Not Cryoing, You're Cryoing. So cryo is kind of interesting kind of hop format where there's P90 hops where pretty much they've removed 90% of the green hop material, and the rest you get is what generally a lot of T45s also out there where they've removed a certain amount of the hop green matter, and then they get to use what is left for hops, and that's pelletized hops. Cryo is a really interesting format where they've sort of gotten rid of pretty much everything. It's a super cold process where they've ripped apart everything, and really what you're left with is this powder of the lupulin glands and what I guess you generally want from the New England IPAs. Not really the green hop matter, but really the essential elements and the flavor profiles that you want from hops. So juicy double IPA, double dry hopped with Citra Cryo hops and Simcoe lupulin powder. And it's really strange way how things are capitalized on this one. I would say juicy capitalized, double would be capitalized, and then dry hop would be capitalized. I don't know. It's to me, honestly, it's the most lazy label you can use. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it's kind of meme kind of label. I guess this is probably a meme, so you guys can post in comments below what that means. But that's lazy label, but this is brewed in Mount Pleasant, so yeah, fantastic. So none of the distributed stuff, something that I imagine is lightly distributed and then probably mostly brewery only, but we'll see. 8.5% New England IPA. So first off, this beer is super dark. I can't even get the date on this one. It's faded. I imagine it was either canned a month ago or 2 months ago. This is one of the two. This beer comes in a kind of orangey kind of color, right? It's not even deep gold. It's an orangey. It almost looks honestly like something had fruit puree had been added to it. It's it's deep gold color, but it has this kind of intense sunset orange hue to it, and an off-white head. Not too interesting of those. Not sure where to get on that. I mean, I get the notes, but it's not very distinct and noticeable. It's got some deep citrus notes, ripe orange, and maybe some ripe pineapple, and then it's ashy thing on the back. Not ashy, but no. Generally, I mean, forget about what's on the back end. It's mostly just intensely ripe notes, intensely ripe mangoes, blood orange almost, leaning on that. Huh, crazy. Cheers. Not bad. It's for sure a New England IPA in the sense of that creamy, silky, thick, THICCC. It's a thick, creamy beer. 8.5%. Yeah. Creamy beer, though not too much residual sweetness on the back end. A little bit of hop dryness on the back end, but not quite hop burn, but quite noticeable that there's a little bit extra kind of hop character on the back end. But ideally, the goal with cryo is that you're not going to have those polyphenols from all that hop matter you're using. Instead, you're just getting the hop notes or hop flavors that you want out of the essential oils and what's inside the hops. Very orangey. It's very orangey. It's like the nose. It's this nice ripeness, but nothing equilibrium where it's smoothie juice. It's a nice ripeness to it, but for some reason there's a little bit of that kind of green character that carries on. It doesn't pop. The intensity of what I'm talking about, the ripeness is good, but it's still not intense of 8, 9, 10. It's at a 6 or 7. Yeah. Quite tasty though. It's honestly, it tastes like blood orange juice, or a really it's not bright and tart navel orange, or what you consider Tropicana or something like that. It's a little bit more bright than that, and it's maybe got a little bit of that ripe mango note to it, but really it's just this kind of tangerine-y, kind of darker, more ripe kind of citrus note to it. Got a little bit of whisper of herb character, and then it's got that nice chew to it, because it is a big beer. I mean, this is an 8.5% double IPA. Quite nice. I mean, I think they're doing something that is, hey, if you're doing New England double IPA without that kind of hop burn or that kind of green hop character too intensely, I think you're doing a good job. And I'm surprised it's just so dark. It's very strange to me, but in the end, I prefer the taste of the beer versus, I know for a fact that a lot of people it influences their perception of the beer a lot more. How it tastes is quite tasty. So, very good. Yeah, crushable. For sure you can get tired of this if you're drinking tons of New England IPA. It doesn't really zing or pop or it's not your highlight of your New England IPA tasting, but it's pretty good. This for me gets a solid. Honestly, on the nose, a little stinky. Yeah. A little stinky kind of like overripe kind of thing. It's like so ripe that it's almost like rotten. Which is actually not a bad note. Pretty good. I like it. I think it's actually going to be a little bit better as it warms up. So this one for me gets a 92. I'm not cryoing. You're cryoing from Westbrook. Haven't had a hazy IPA from them. This is fantastic. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.